What is up, YouTube family? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to scale your wholesaling business to $1 million a year. But first, I want to talk about the most important thing, and I don't talk about this a whole lot, is knowing your KPI. And let me explain to you what that is, okay? So for those of you who don't know what a KPI is, you're probably not in the point where you're trying to grow or scale your wholesaling business. Maybe you haven't done a deal yet, all right? If you haven't done a deal yet, I highly suggest check out a link. I'll drop a link in my descriptions on a video for those of you who's new into the game. You're trying to close your first deal. I'll put that link right on the bottom. And for those of you who closed a few deals already, okay, and you're trying to scale up your business, your wholesaling business, right? This is for those of you who maybe done like 5, 7 deals already, and you're like, Khang, how can I scale it up to the point where I can make $1 million a year from my wholesaling business? Well, this is what you need to understand is your KPI in your wholesaling business. So let me break that down and let me talk about that. But first, I want to talk about is you need to have systems, okay? You need to have process, okay? And you need to have a team. Because without system, without process, without a team, if you're trying to grow your wholesaling business really big, you're going to be working, you're going to be working 10 to 12 hours a day. You're not going to have a life, all right? I would say that even if you get to the point where you're trying to make, $300,000, $400,000 a year from your wholesaling business, if you don't have system, you don't have process, you don't have a team, I would even say that you need this to be able to do $100,000 plus. Actually, not $100,000 plus. I'm sorry. I would say that if you want to do, I would say probably between 300 to 500,000, depending on what market you're in. But if you're trying to get to the point where you're making 300, 500 to $1 million, and you don't have systems, you don't have process, you don't have a team, especially having a team, because with system and process, you can still be a one-man, one-woman show and being able to make, $100,000 to $200,000 a year, but you still have to grind, 8 hours a day, which is system and process and you, okay, and maybe just one team. But you're trying to get to 300, 500, $1 million. You need teams. You need employee. Okay. So I'm not gonna go like deep into details, but I think you guys need to know the basic. Okay. So comment and let me know how many deals have you done already, and are you at the point where you're trying to scale up to the 300, the 500, the $1 million a year wholesaling. Okay. So now let me break down. So first, you need to make sure that you have good systems. Just good system, good process, and a good team. And I'll break down to you kind of what my team look like in general, right? This is just like, I'm just trying to make this as simple as can be. So this is not like a deep dive details information, okay? So system and process, just like when you go to McDonald's, right? You place an order, someone actually takes your order, someone actually make the food, and then someone actually, ring you up. So there's a system and there's a process. So it becomes almost like an automation. And that's what you want. You want it to be so simple that way when you're trying to grow and scale your business, you're not having to work 10 to 12 hours in your business, but you're able to step back and kind of let the system, the process, and let the employee, the team do the work. Now, when it comes to growing and scaling your business, trying to reach to that $1 million, 500,000 a year or $1 million a year, a lot of times I would have to say that sometimes you would have to pull back. All right. You would actually have to take a few steps back until you can get to that point. So which means that putting system, putting process, and hiring people takes time. So when you're trying to grow, you will feel like you're going backward. But once you have that pipeline in, then everything will flow, and it will become easier for you as a business owner where you're not involved in the business on a day-to-day work. Okay? So systems, process, think like McDonald's, everything that goes in. So now let me break down kind of what the my process and my team kind of roughly look like, okay? So number one is you need to hire a, I would call this is your admin, okay? So what it is you need to have an admin. An admin is, their job is to check your emails, to pull the list, okay? Their job is to check the emails, pull the list, skip trace the list, and getting a nice list ready, whatever that list is, and whatever marketing that you're about to do. So your admin can also set up your, direct mail campaign. They can also work on your, whatever it is, your PPC, your SEO, right? Maybe they don't know how to do the SEO or the PPC, which is pay-per-click, but they're working with the person who's doing that. So you don't have to do that because that doesn't require a high level of skill. Make sense? So the admin is being able to pull the list, skip trace the list, working on the marketing piece, whatever marketing piece that needs to go out, that's your admin, okay? So once they got the list and everything like that, it goes over to position number 2 is called your lead manager. The lead manager, their job is to take, whether they're taking incoming call or they're making outbound call. So whether the lead coming in from your direct mail or your marketing piece, or maybe they're cold calling the seller, but their job is just to filter and qualify the lead. Okay, so let me give you an example. Let's just say that a seller calls in from one of your let's just say one of your website. They're calling in from your website. So now, just like McDonald's, the lead comes in to your lead manager. Now the lead manager, their job is to filter and qualify the lead. Makes sense? Their job is to filter, qualify the lead, and to set appointment. That's all they're doing. Okay, so number 3 is now they set an appointment for your purchase manager, which is, people call them your closer, whatever it is. I call them your purchase manager. Some people call them, closer. So now your purchase manager, their job, so now this leads come in from your website, it goes to your lead manager. Your lead manager set up the appointment for your purchase manager callback, negotiates, put that property in the contract. Once that property's under contract, right, it's like McDonald's. It goes through a pipeline, okay? So the next thing is that purchase manager hand it off to your transactional coordinator. The transactional coordinator, their job is set up the showing, work with the title company, talk to the marketer to find a buyer. Their job is to take that contract now, all right, that deal, and move that to the finish line. Bam. Okay? That's how the funnel works. That's the funnel. That's the process. That's the systems. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you is you need to understand this in your wholesaling business if you really want to grow and scale your business, and you want to make sure that it is profitable. Okay? It's KPI. So let me talk about the KPI for those of you who don't know what KPI stands for or what it is. Okay. So here, I'm going to keep it, like I said, I'm going to keep it very, very simple. Okay? And you need to understand this. Okay? To be able to grow and scale your wholesaling business to the point that you are profitable. I mean, that's the key about running a business. If it's not profitable, what's even the point of running it, okay? So you need to know your KPI, which means you need to understand, okay, how many leads comes into your pipeline. You need to know how many leads coming into your pipeline. So let's just say that you pull a list of, let's just say 5,000 homeowner, okay? That's the amount of leads, okay? Cold call, outbound, inbound, and then how many of those leads actually send into an appointment? How many of the leads out of the 5,000 names, address that you pull, I don't know why I keep on changing pen, how many of those actually turn into an appointment? Okay, which is, appointment. Any seller that say, hey, I want to get an offer. Okay, I want to sell my property. Out of that, how many of that turn into contracts? And we already know when a property is under contract doesn't mean that it's going to close. So now you need to know is how many of that number of appointments, how many of those is turn into number of contract, and how many of those contracts turn into a closed deal. Deal close. Yeah, deal close. How many of those turn to a closed deal? Okay, And by knowing that, you will know how much this deal, this closed deal, costing you. So now you know how much that deal that closed costs you. So now you know how much it costs you to close a deal. Okay? That's your KPI. So you need to figure this out if you want to grow and scale your wholesaling operation. Because if you know that, hey, you're able to spend $10,000, on your marketing piece, direct mail, postcard, PPC, SEO, and out of those 5,000 leads that's coming in, and you know that you get, out of the 5,000, you know that you're able to get 50 appointments. Out of those 50 appointments, let's just say that you're able to get five contracts. Out of those 5 contracts, let's just say that you're able to close 1 deal. So now you know your 1 deal, let's just say you make 25,000 on that deal. I'm just giving you an example, okay? All of these numbers can vary based on, number 1, how good of a closer you are or your team is, how good of the list you got, okay? Quality of the list is very important. Quality of the employee is also very important, because all of that is going to contribute to is how much that leads cost you. Okay, so now you're spending 10,000 and you're making 25,000. So which means you're actually profiting 15K, not 25K. So now you know, hey, if I spend 10,000 and if I make 15,000 in return, it's not a good ratio, to be honest, right? You're still profitable, but it's not really good, right? So now you know, hey, what if I spend 20,000, right? Then I'll make, then I'll close 2 deals. 2 deals will make me 50 G's. But out of the 50 G's, it would have cost you 20,000. So you end up profiting 30K. Okay. So you need to know your KPI, because by knowing this, you'll be able to hey, I need to amp up. So if I put this much in, I'm going to get this much out, and knowing how much the lead costs you. Because when you know how much the lead costs you per deal to get 1 deal, you will now start to think creatively. You'll be like, well, if it costs me $10,000, what if I pay an agent? Let's just say you're able to network with an agent. You're like, hey, any deals you bring me, dude, I'll pay you $5,000. So now you can decrease your cost per leads by doing what's called, I guess, organic. All right, it's you reaching out, networking. So if a realtor brings you and you pay the realtor $5,000 for that particular leads, and that leads makes you the same amount, make you 25K, now you just profit 20K. So your cost per lead just went down. Okay, makes sense? So knowing your KPI, you know where to put your money in to get the outcome. Okay? So once again, this is more for those of you who is at the point where you're looking to scale and grow your wholesaling business. Like this, what I just share with you is definitely not for beginners. I'll make sure I'll put the link in the description for those of you who's new, who's like, Khang, I just got into the game. I haven't closed my first deal yet. What are the steps? That video will be right there. I'm going to share with you exactly, let's just say, how to close your first deal, how to stack away at least $100,000 by the end of the year. This is for those of you who wants to take it to the next level. Okay? So knowing your KPIs. So the next thing I also want to talk about really quickly here is you need to track each one of your employees. Okay? I mean, this is the point where you really now taking the business up to the next level. Okay? So now knowing your KPI, not just for your whole entire company, okay? Not just know your KPI for your whole entire business, buzz. I don't know why I put buzz. Your whole entire business, but you also need to keep track of your KPI for your individual employee. Okay? So every single one of your employee, you need to track their KPI, which means let's just say you have 3 VA or 3 employees that are all calling 1,000 lead, okay? And one of them, let's just say out of that, one of them was able to set 3 phone appointments, and one of them were able to none, and one were only able to set 1. So now you need to track there. Okay, so out of that 3 appointment, maybe this is none, this didn't none. Out of that, maybe 1 deal came out of that. So now you need to understand that you need to track each one of your employee KPI. So that way, when it comes to meeting with them, you can show them, hey, here's how you did. Here's your performance. And based off of that, you'll be able to give them raise. You'll be able to give them bonus. And you will be able to see if they're a keeper or not a keeper. Because let's just say that one of them called 5,000 people and was only able to get you one deal. And then the other one calls the same 5 people, but was able to get you 3 deals. And this person that got you one deal, you end up spending the cost per leads way more, and maybe you're not making as much, or you're just breaking even on the deal. Then what's the point of keeping that person? So now you need to work on that person, right? You need to work on that individual. How can you increase their skill set? And are they motivated to increase their skill set so they can produce more for the company? And if they're not, and you track their KPI, bam, you know that they're not doing good, then maybe it's time to let them go. But if you don't track individual, then you wouldn't know who's good, who's not good, and who's the producer, and who's just there just to clock in and out, right? Because tracking your KPI for the whole entire company is different, right? Because one person can be outstanding and they're carrying the weight of all your team. Then you won't know who's doing good and who is not doing good. Make sense? So once again, this is for those of you who's looking to grow and scale your wholesaling business operations. If you're a beginner, I'll put the link right below for those of you who's new into the game, okay? So that's what it is with the whole KPI and understanding what it is, okay? So a few questions and then we're gonna be done, man. Khang, I got a deal in the contract. Potential profit is $170,000. Could you take a look into it? Okay, I'm gonna do this just for you, bro. But also too, dude, if you want to JV the deal where you're like, hey, Khang, I need help finding the buyer, dude, email that deal over to jvdeals@wtmfam.com, bro. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for you, dude. I am going to send a link here. I'm going to put a link in here. I'm going to invite you, come on, and let's talk about this deal. And I'll let you know, bro, if you're right or if you're wrong. Because a lot of you, sometimes you don't even know what's a deal, what's not a deal. So let's talk about this $170,000 potential profit. And let's see if it's real or let's see if it's fake. Let's see if it's cap or no cap. So let's go, bro. So all you need to do, dude, is turn on your camera, click on the link that I just shared with you. Oh, also, by the way, for those of you who is new into the game, if you haven't grabbed my book, gosh, you're missing out. Over 500 5-star review. This thing people were making fun of and saying, Khang, it's not a book, it's a manual. Oh, it's not 300 pages, but it's a manual. For those of you who's looking for a manual for like, hey, Khang, I want something that's just short, sweet, straight to the point and tell me exactly how to put this business together. That's why I say when you receive a chair, when you receive a sofa, when you receive a bed, when you receive something that what you want to put together, do you want to read through the whole story or do you want something that just tells you what to do? Right here, baby. And that's all you need. So if you want to grab a copy and if you haven't already, all you need to do is just go to, I saw you, bro. Hold on a second. I'll bring you on, man. All you need to do is go to, where the heck is it? All you need to do is go to WTMbook.com. And if you end up grabbing a copy, make sure once you go to the site, put in your name, put in your phone number, put in your email. I'll send you some free gift, okay? And number 2 is, if you did got a book, please, if you can do me a favor, this will mean the world to me. If you can drop me a review on Amazon, it will mean the world, okay? And you should check out some of the reviews. Some of them are pretty funny. Pedro said, I got the book and I love it. Okay. What up, bro?
What's going on, brother?
Hey, bro, first off, man, so what's your name?
Tavon. Name's Tavon.
Tavon, let's talk about this deal, bro. I need to know from you, dude, what is the ARV?
The ARV is about 280. I mean, not 280, 480,000.
Oh, okay. So 480K. What's the rehab?
The rehab is about 50K.
Okay, rehab is 50K. And what do you got under contract for?
I got it under contract for $93,659.
Wait. No freaking way, dude. I'm just gonna put 93. You got under
Okay.
contract for 93K?
Absolutely.
Holy
Absolutely.
shit, dude. Okay. Bro, dude, let's do this deal together. Okay. First off, I want to know, bro, is so where you based out of?
I'm based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Bro, dude, I want to buy this too, man. Okay. So 50K in rehab. How many bedroom and bathroom?
It's a 3-2.
Okay, so it's a 3-2. Do you know what year's the house built?
The house was built.
Because I want to know. Because right now I'm trying to figure out is it right or wrong? Okay. Dude, this is such a good deal, bro.
It is. It is. I actually sent
And-
it over. I sent it over to your team, Khang.
What?
I sent it over to.
Dude, hold on. I'll tell Angeline right now.
Okay.
Okay, let me text it.
I'm about to get.
Wait. So when did you text it over to her?
I want to say it was probably about 2 weeks ago.
And what did? Could you resend it again? Hey, Angeline, there was a deal that Trevon sent it over 2 weeks ago regarding a JV deal that we potentially can make $170,000 on. Have you seen that deal, Angeline? Let me know, dude. It's because obviously we get a lot of people sent over, and she's on herself. So it's a 3-bed, 2-bath. Do you know what year the house is built?
I'm actually trying to get that for you now. The contract's on my phone. I don't know if I can. Can I exit out of here or not lose connection?
Well, yeah, okay, dude. Also, too, is I want to know is how long do you tie the deal up for, man? He's off. We lost, dude. Lost connection, bro. Bro, okay. So let me do the math really quick here.
Okay, there I go. Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I can't look at the contract if I get off YouTube.
What year the house is built?
I'm actually trying to get that information for you right now.
Okay. Okay. 3-bed, 2-bath, dude. How much did you send out to the buyer for?
232,000.
Okay, so 232. And have you got any feedback from any buyer, or have you got any bite on it?
I haven't, because I just sent it. I sent it to your team, and I didn't actually look for any buyers. I'm just starting out, by the way. This is my first deal under contract.
Bro, okay. So I need to know from you, dude, is how much time do we have left? How long do you lock it up on a contract for?
I locked it up for 30 days. It's July 30. The July 31st is the day the contract expires.
Oh, dude. Okay. So if I were you, dude, I would call the seller back.
Okay.
And you need to get more time on it.
Okay.
So now you build pretty good rapport with the seller?
Oh, absolutely. The seller.
Oh, bro.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. So what we want to do is, dude, we don't want to wait until it gets close to July 31st. If I were you right now, dude, I would call the seller back after this live. I'll call the seller back, dude. Let's ask him until the end of August. Let's ask him for until let's ask him until the end of August. I'll get on Angeline right now. And can you resend that? What is the name? Okay, hold on a second. Can you resend it back to her?
Absolutely. I'll I can actually resend it again when I get off of lab.
You got it.
Because when I exit off the lab, it kicks me off.
Okay, you got it. Okay, dude, just resend it, and then in the subject put $170,000 potential deal.
Okay.
And I'll tell Angeline to jump on it, man, because this deal here, bro, I think that we can get this thing close.
Absolutely, I do believe,
bro. Worst case, that's how much we're gonna make. 100K.
Yes.
All right, bro.
Yes.
Have a good one, dude. Let's get this thing close, and let's go get this money later, bro. All right, man, dude. I am super excited for this. I'm telling Angeline right. Okay. Hey, Angeline. So he's gonna send over the deal again, and then he's gonna in the subject, he's gonna put $170,000 potential deal. We got about 2 weeks, but I told him that he needs to talk to the seller and get an extensions until the end of August, so that we can find a buyer for it. But it seems like it's a really good deal, Angeline. ARV is 480, rehab is 50,000. It's under contract for 93,000. and we're trying to sell to the buyer for 232,000, which mean you know, there's enough room in there. That's it. I mean, all I need to do now is work on this deal and I'm good for the month. Sometimes, man, it doesn't take a lot. So you see, I want you guys to understand it's not about number of deals, but one good deal, it's all it takes. If I take 480 minus 30%, this puts us down at 336. So this is following the 30% formula minus 50K. Dude, 286. So which mean, dude, we can actually market this deal out for 286K. So I'm going to tell Angeline, man. Hey, Angeline, so here's what we're going to do, Angeline. So when we get the deal, I did the math already, even at a 30%, Angeline, we're going to try to market this deal out. Let's market it out for 265. So talk to him. Let's mark it out for 265. If we don't get any buyer, then we'll drop and tell him, like, we'll drop the price by 20,000 within like 3 days. If we don't see a buyer, we'll drop it down to 250. Within another 2-3 days, we don't see a buyer, we'll drop it down again. But if we can get this thing sold at 200,000, it's $100,000 deal. So keep me posted. Dude, Angeline, my VA is a beast. I don't care what city, what state you're in. If you're having trouble finding a buyer for your deals and close, I'm so happy, dude. I'm so glad that I went on live, man, because you just never know, man. Deal is happening live. Once again, if you're having trouble finding buyer for your deal, all you need to do is email it over to jvdeals@wtmfam.com. My VA, man, she'll reach out to you. She'll ask you about the deals. Whatever it is, we'll figure it out, and we'll get that thing dang close, okay? That's all the time I got today. I appreciate each and every single one of you. All right, until next time. Oh, wait, I got to say something. Hold on really quick. Hold on. Finally, last but not least, make sure you grab the book, okay? I appreciate each and every single one of you. Once again, I hope this video added enough value to you. I'm going to get off. I'm going to talk to Angeline about this deal. If we can get this deal closed, man, that's all I need for this month. And we're good. We're going to hit over 6-figure. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Until next time, you guys, take care. I got to go. Kelsey, dude, I'll see you on the next one, man. I can't bring you on this time, dude. I'll bring you on the next one, okay? I just got to run. I got a text, too.